Let's welcome Amalgamated Bank CEO Priscilla Sims Brown. She's also one of the 2024 CNBC Changemakers on our annual list, spotlighting women whose accomplishments have left an indelible mark on the business world. Ms. Brown, welcome. Good to have you with us.
Thank you.
And congratulations on being a changemaker, which I know is a title you have justly earned. Let's go back to what Don Peebles said there, predicting a catastrophic effect on commercial real estate. I think he's speaking mostly of office buildings if interest rates don't come down, and that catastrophic effect will ripple through to banks just like yours. How do you answer him?
Yeah. Well, I can't speak to the larger banking industry or even the effect that it will have on all mid-sized banks, but I do think it's important that banks are well positioned in this environment. And for us, it means even prior to the Silicon Valley Bank problems that you mentioned about last year, we have positioned ourselves to thrive whether interest rates are going up or down. And one of the ways we do that, obviously, is to maintain high liquidity. In our case, more than double what is required for satisfying our most risky depositors.
How exposed is your bank to the kinds of commercial real estate companies or properties that Don is referring to?
Yeah, Don is talking, I agree with you, he's probably talking mostly about office real estate. And in our case, it's really important for us to have a minimal amount. And we have 6 serious size loans in metropolitan areas of office-only real estate. Together, they make up something under $60 million. So it's not, for us, a very significant problem. But again, that goes to speaking to the responsibility we all have when you have a consumer and, in our case, a change maker customer base. It's important to have a very conservative and responsible portfolio.
I want to get to some of the history of your bank and what it stands for in just a moment.
Sure.
But if you wouldn't mind, walk us through some of the relative numbers in your bank, deposits and deposit growth over the past year, net interest margin, with a particular viewpoint towards what higher interest rates mean for you to have and keep more deposits. Right now, you have to pay a little more for those deposits.
Well, we have a unique business model. It's really difficult to talk about it without talking about our clients because we're so client-centered. What's unique about us is that we are in 2 areas which are actually growing in deposits and slated to continue to grow. And they happen to also be areas where we do well while doing good. And that is, for example, political deposits. The political cycles have lengthened, as you know, significantly. Doesn't matter which side of the aisle you support, that's the case. For us, that means that our deposits, since we are if not the largest political bank, that means that our deposits have a different level of stickiness. We also support and have as clients unions, and they are core depositors for us. We talk about our super core deposits, which are those which have an average life of 17 years. That's over half of our depositors. That's a significant amount of the bank's value. We are, by the way, a bank of $8 billion in deposits, $54 billion or so in trust assets as well, and that number is continuing to climb. But of note, we are, again, in areas where there will be growth in deposits over time. Another example of that are sustainability deposits. We bank everybody from the Sierra Club on down, every type of sustainability organization you can imagine, in addition to the deposits that we receive from unions and from socially responsible organizations, including entrepreneurs who are socially responsible as well. Those deposits, again, are sticky not just because we are a large full-service bank that offers all the products they're used to, but they're also sticky because those customers care where their money sleeps at night, and they care that the bank that they bank with is values-based.
The whole world of socially responsible investing, socially responsible banking, socially responsible corporate conduct, this is my characterization. You're free to depart from it if you would so choose. Has come some of the bloom, it seems to me, has gone off that rose over the past couple of years. It has become not necessarily a badge of honor, but in some circles, a badge of wokeness. How do you answer the people who say things like that, like I just did?
Yeah, I think it's semantics. If you are an investor, you should care about headwinds and you should care about tailwinds. Two headwinds that we deal with today, modern reality, are climate. It's a huge headwind for us. And another huge headwind for us is poor governance. So obviously, you as an investor should care about good governance, and you should care that your financial institution is a realistic one in the way that it looks at climate and sustainability. You should care that there's resilience. A tailwind for our industry is that it's estimated that $3 to $6 trillion is going to come into the banking industry, is going to come into financing. Banking will support that in order for companies to meet their net zero targets for 2050. That's a huge influx of capital into the industry. That's a tailwind. So as an investor, I would be concerned if you were ignoring those headwinds and tailwinds. Now, you can call it what you want. I call that semantics. From
what I read here about Amalgamated, it says when you deposit your money at Amalgamated, it supports sustainable organizations, progressive causes, and social justice. My question is, in light of the Israel-Hamas war, has your bank had to take a position with respect to that conflict? And if so, what is it, and how, if at all, has it changed what you do, how you deploy your money, whom you lend to?
Yeah. We don't take political positions. Obviously, we are saddened, like the whole world has to be, to see people dying unnecessarily. And that's unfortunate. And so while we have not taken a political position on either side, we stay in the lane of banking and what's appropriate for a bank. We can't help but care about what's going on in the world, particularly in Israel right now and in Palestine.
Ms. Brown, thank you very much for being with us, and congratulations on being a change maker.
Thank you.
Good to see you.